Hi traders, in this video I'm going to explain what are spreads in Forex. I'm also going to be showing you where to find the spreads in your MetaTrader terminal, how you can apply them to your charts, and more importantly, what are the specifications should you know about your markets that you are particularly trading, in terms of what are your swap charges going to be as well. It's really important to know the business that you are getting involved in, especially if you are in the business of buying and selling Forex markets. You want to know what is your cost of business to be able to do business with the market in general. So let's start off with the basics then. So what are spreads in the market? Now, spreads are the differences between the bid and the ask price. Okay, so you have what we call the bid price and you have what you call the ask price. Okay, so your ask price is what you are going to buy your currency pair for, okay, so the base currency, and your bid price is what you're going to sell. Okay, now the spread is essentially the difference between the bid and the ask price. Okay, so you can find this really easy in your MetaTrader terminal. Okay, I'm just going to delete the market watch there for a second, but in your MetaTrader terminal, if you go into view, come down to market watch, you can see it opens up the market watch area, which is basically where your currencies and all your other markets are going to be based. Okay, so you can see at the top here, if I just get a different colored pen here, you can see that we have the bid and the ask. Okay, we also have the daily change, okay, at the moment just highlighted here. So you can see the bid gives you a price, the ask gives you a price. So I'm currently on a pound Aussie chart at the moment. So if I come down to pound Oz, which is just through here, I can see that the bid price is 1.8974 or thereabouts at the moment, and the ask price is 189.75. So what that's telling me is that there is a spread of about 1 pip at this current moment in time. We can also see that if I was to buy the currency on the ask, it would be 189.76, around that area at the moment, kind of going up to 77s. And if I was to sell this market, I'm going to get the price of 189.75 at this current moment in time. Okay, so that's how you can kind of see the market spreads just visually here. But if you want to add this to your market watch, you can do that within your MetaTrader terminal. So we're going to right click anywhere and we're going to come down to columns, and on this area here you can see we have lots of different things that we can choose from within the markets, but you can see there is spread highlighted here. If you just click onto spread, it will add the spread to the charts here. Okay, so if I just expand this out a little bit more, you'll see the spreads in here. Now you can see that it says 15. That's not 15 pips. Okay, so you have to also look at this like you're looking at a MetaTrader terminal. Okay, so it's 1.5. okay, so it's telling me at the moment the spread on pound Aussie is 1.5 pips. Okay, so if we look at gas here, for instance, that's not 12. Okay, it's not 12 pips, it's 1.2. okay, so you can see here on some of the markets here, the Aussie Swiss, we only have 8 ticks. Okay, so we always want to look at it in terms of pips, so that is a 0.8 pip. Okay, so that's how you can visually get it on your chart as well. Now you can actually see, if you want to see it in a bit more detail, if you want to see it physically on your charts that you're looking at as well, you can do that. So let's say you don't want to have the market watch open for whatever reason. I'm just going to go down to a smaller time frame because this is going to help us highlight this in a little bit more detail. But if you're going to the right, go into your charts, right click, we're going to go down to properties. Okay, now you can see colors here. If you look down here, it says the ask price line and the bid price line. Now you want to make sure that these are either the different colors or similar sort of colors. I'm going to change my bid price to gold, and I'm going to change, and the ask price line, I'm going to leave it on red because my background's blue, so I'll be able to see that. And then you're just going to go over to the show tab, and you can see under the show tab here, you've got show bid price line, and if I click that, it will appear on this little example chart here on the left hand side. And if I click show ask price line, it's going to show me the ask price line. Okay, so I'm going to click OK, so you can see my ask and my bid just for you. Now bearing in mind I'm on a 2-minute time frame here. Okay, so it's obviously going to look a little bit larger. That's why I moved down to this time frame. If I go to a daily time frame, you can see it's hardly any difference in here. But if I just go back to that 2 minute, so I'm just going to try and highlight the two lines there, it says 1.7, 1.5. So you can see that it is exactly as what the market watch was telling us. It's around about 1.5 pips, the spread on pound Aussie at this current moment. Okay, now other things that we can see, if I just go into the view again, I'm going to go into the market watch. So you want to look at your potential costs of doing business with trading, especially if you are a retail investor and you are trading higher time frames. So I know a lot of retail traders trade sort of the daily time frame, so you're going to be holding your trades for a longer period of time. Now you may be confused. Sometimes you may see that there's been charges added to the account. That is just basically your swaps for holding the market long or short. Okay, now those are derived from the economies and the interest rates of those economies. Okay, so let's say that pound has a better interest rate than the Australian dollar. Okay, that's going to affect the swap charges long or short. So if I just go right click onto pound Aussie here, I'm going to go into specification. That's going to bring us this description pop-up box here. Now if I scroll down a little bit, what we're trying to look for is the swap long and the swap short charges. Okay, just to kind of scroll up, you can see it says pound Aussie there. We're going to come down. I'm just going to grab a rectangle tool here and show you the swap long and swap short in points. Okay, so you can see that actually to buy the pound against the Australian dollar, you're going to get 1.673 points. Okay, and to hold it overnight for a short, you're going to minus 8.6. So that can also come and play into your hands really as a retail investor, because you know that you want to be maybe looking more for your longs on pound Aussie, because you're going to get that positive swap charge overnight, especially if you're looking for longer term outlooks. Okay, this can really work well if you go and trade sort of like the dollar Mexican, for instance. That can also play in your favor as well. So that's basically spreads in Forex explained, where to find them in your MetaTrader terminal, and where you can find your swap charges. Thanks for watching this video update. I hope it was informative. If it was, leave it a thumbs up and subscribe to the YouTube channel if you are new here. Cheers.